Hey everyone, Martin here at Orange Box Photography and welcome to the channel. So if any of you have seen my previous video, you'll know that yesterday the lovely people at UPS delivered some new Manfrotto goodies to me, and this is one of them. This is my new BallHead. It's the Manfrotto 057-RC4. It's quite a heavy duty BallHead, and I've been looking around a little while because my old G-Autos BallHead, to be fair, seen better days. Went into my local camera shop just to get a feel for what they were like, and I was absolutely impressed by these tripods and BallHeads by Manfrotto. The attention to detail, the craftsmanship that must go into these is absolutely astounding. I suppose they're Italian, so that they're always going to be looking good. But really impressed. So basically, the 057 one that I bought, as I say, is a heavy duty one. It is made out of magnesium, but it still comes in at 1.3 kilos in weight, which is almost as heavy as my new tripod weighs in total. But it means it's going to stand the test of time. You know, it doesn't take any abuse that you can throw at it. Now, it is rated to hold up to 15 kilos. In fairness, I don't have anything which would stress it to 15 kilos. Occasionally, I'll hire a big, long 500mm lens, but even with that, that's not going to take it beyond its maximum weight. It does, however, mean that you don't need to worry about stressing it too much. There is a smaller version of this. Well, when I say smaller, it's younger brother, which is the 055-RC4. It's almost identical in every way, with the only exception being that it only rated for 12 kilos, but itself only weighs just a smidge over 1 kilogram. So if you're after something a little bit lighter, and there is a lighter version which is 300 grams lighter, that you can get. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox and get it out of its box, and then we'll get it mounted to a tripod so you can have a closer look at it and have a look at the craftsmanship that makes up this new BallHead. So let's get it out of this box. It's a lot bigger than my older BallHead. I was quite surprised how big they were, but it is fantastic. So first things first is it does come with some instruction manuals, handy for reference. I'm not a fan of instruction manuals. I keep them just in case, but I'm not one to read them. I like to figure things out as I go along. But for those who like instruction manuals, you do get some. So let's just get that box out of there. So let's get it out of its wrapper. And there it is, 057-RC4. Comes with, obviously, like all Manfrotto gear does, with these little lanyards which tells you about it, and other stuff that they do as well. Handy to have a look through. I'll have a look through later for that. The thing I liked about this, and it's got a quick release plate on it. It's a 410PL, I believe. I've never had one of these before, but I was really impressed by it. If you have a look, it comes with this big plate, which basically is very robust, and it comes with a little padded section. I'll give you a closer look at this in a bit, but this thing is sturdy, and means that it's going to hold your camera without any problems whatsoever. Obviously, it comes with the usual things, ball locks and things, but we'll have a closer look in a second at that. So we'll leave it there. I'll get it mounted on a tripod, and then I'll get it zoomed in a bit more so you can see a closer look at this. Right, so here we have the Manfrotto 057-RC4 up close and personal. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a brief tour around it so you guys can see the various features it has. I'll show you, point out some of the design features which I thought were outstanding. They're only small things, but small things make a difference, especially when you're out and about and using your actual BallHead. So if we have a little look, you've got your usual pan lock on here. And the first thing that I'll point out is it does not take much to lock and unlock this pan feature on here. And another cool feature on this pan lock, and as well as the ball lock as well, is the ability to reposition where the actual mechanism sits. So you can have it like that, or if you prefer, you can have it up there so when you lock it, unlock it. It's only a small little thing. But that's one of the small things that makes this a fantastic BallHead. Now, with the pan lock, you do get a distance scale around here from 0 all the way around through to 360 degrees, and it does have a little arrow pointer for if you need to be more precise. And that's going to be handy for those people who want to do exact panoramas, stitching images together and things. So that's a cool little feature. So if we move along here, you've got your usual ball lock. Again, like the pan, the actual switch can be repositioned. So if you pull that out and then let go, you can reposition where the actual locking mechanism starts and ends from. And again, fantastic little feature to have on there. So like the pan, doesn't take very much to lock or unlock this. And the action from this ball, which is a giant, I mean, it's almost as big as a tennis ball. It's smooth and fluid. It really, no stickiness there whatsoever. Really, really impressed with this. My old ball head was a little bit jerky, but this is really super smooth. And I suppose you would have to keep it lightly oiled once in a while to keep that there. But a fantastic, fantastic ball. So if we lock that out and just turn it around a little bit more, you can see you've got your adjustment here for your friction, and that just controls how much fluidity you have in this ball head itself. So obviously you can either increase or decrease that depending on your own personal preference. So if we turn this around a little bit more, and what you'll see inside here is a little collar. Now this little collar here is what lets you keep your camera in portrait mode. So that keeps it over there at 90 degrees to the actual ball. Now the good thing about this is that if you need a little bit more than 90 degrees, if we lift that back up here, if you take this little collar and slide it back, it will then allow you to go beyond the 90-degree vertical. Well, horizontal at least anywhere, which is a cool feature. I don't really understand why you would need to, maybe if you're on uneven ground or something, but it's a feature that's there should you need to go beyond the horizontal. And obviously if you put it back and lock it, that just locks it back into position again. So other cool features on here is if we have a look at the plate here, you can see you've got a bubble level up here to check your camera's level, and if we turn it around, you've also got one here, so whether you're in portrait or landscape, you'll be able to check and tell that your camera is level, which is a quite cool feature to have. So if I flick this up here, and we'll take a look at this quick release plate. This plate itself is a 410PL, I believe. Really, really heavy duty plate. If you look, it doesn't move. But the cool thing is if we push this in and unlock it, you'll see that the plate itself comes off. Obviously that mounts to the bottom of your camera. It does have to be oriented in the right way, and it does mark on here lens. So you have to have that facing the direction of your lens. But this is how easy it is just to lock that in place. So push it in, click down, and that's it, locked in place. And then just as quick to unlock it, take your camera off. And that's a fantastic little feature, and I love that. I've never had one of these, and I was really impressed when I seen it in the shop. Obviously it comes with two threaded screws in here. Obviously they are integral. You can remove these, so if there is one of them that you don't need, you can pull this little rubber out here and then just remove one of those screws and then pop it back in there. And there is little mountings here, so you can actually screw them into here out the way, but what I found, if you screw them into there and you try to put it back on here, it won't go back on there. So that is the Manfrotto tripod ball head. Really, really impressed with it. The finish on this is absolutely fantastic. It's got a speckled model magnesium finish on it, which is absolutely fantastic. If you guys are looking for a new ball head, definitely worth it. You will pay a premium for this, but it is definitely worth every penny I've paid for this. One thing I will say is that if you're looking to buy one of these, shop around. When I was looking through shops on the high street and online retailers, the price itself varied greatly between retailer and retailer. But I shopped around and managed to get it £90 cheaper than I could find anywhere else. So there's definitely bargains out there, just got to hunt them out and find them. That's all I've got time for now, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below, or you can contact me on my email, orangebox 321@gmail.com. That's it for now, guys. You take care. Bye bye.